Okay, so I took a whole month out of the gym and basically just trained my fascia. The main reason I did this is because my back hurt basically all the time. And as much as I would hate to admit it, I do think it was the constant gym training that was impeding my back's ability to heal. I'd like to keep this video short because basically it did actually work, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I did and why I think it worked as well. I'm not saying anything bad about gym training. Gym training actually works miracles on a lot of people, and a lot of people that have like niggles here and there, they'll do like even like 4 weeks of weight training or even one time, and it will just like fix their problems. So weight training is definitely not the enemy. It's a really great tool and it can do miracles really quickly, especially if it's something that you're not doing. But if you're like me and it's something that you've done for like 10 years and you've pushed it pretty hard over the years, it can definitely become something that can be a problem. And for some people, that might not be a surprise. Think of like people deadlifting huge heavy weights. Like most people would wince at the idea of that. But when you've grown up with the internet commonly tells you that deadlifts aren't dangerous and you can do weird exercises with a super round back and it's absolutely fine and your spine can adapt to anything. And I think this is true, but I think the spine adapts incredibly slowly, and these exercises where you do lift with a rounded back and they are just more dangerous. They are inherently more dangerous, and just the way my body is set up, I tend to, if I'm deadlifting heavy, my back will round. It's just the way I'm built, like my spine rounds over. And for me, I feel like I built it up pretty well, but it was still a problem and it still hurt me to the point where I couldn't even bend down to pick up like an empty bar without it hurting. And I basically backed off the weights for like, I want to say like 6 months. I was like, all right, what can I do without it hurting? Say 50 kilos, all right, I can just about do that. And then I just did it, and then it still hurt, and like even the thought of it was hurting. So I needed to do something different. So I just skipped the gym, tried to do it for 30 days and just trained my fascia or mobility, whatever you want to call it. And it friggin' worked. I think the main reason it worked, I guess because my body had a break, but another reason why it worked is because I learned a new way of exercising that didn't involve needing weights to exercise, and I also forgot about the sort of my old 1 rep maxes, like, because before I was always obsessed with the numbers, like, oh, I should really, like, if I'm going to squat, I need to squat above 100 kilos because that's like easy for me, but not when you got back pain. But when you take a month out, it's like, oh, well, the month's been pretty good. I feel all right. And I haven't squatted over 1 kilo at all. So that was one of the main things, is like, I don't really care anymore how much. I actually don't look at the bar anymore. I just kind of, like, if it feels good, then I'm doing it. You know, if it's 40 kilos, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to lift it. And just taking a month out of going to the gym kind of reset that for me. Like, my goals have changed, and I think training fascia kind of helps with that as well, because the beauty of training fascia is it really like opens up your body, but it also opens up your mind a little bit. And I feel like these things have worked together. Like, my body's open, my mind's open, so I'm actually open to these new opportunities. I haven't just like spent a month not going to the gym, been really depressed about how weak I'm getting. I've spent a month not going to the gym, but like exploring these new parts of my body. Sounds a bit weird, but so I've had a good time, and that's been really good for my sort of mentality. I'm no expert, but I know there's like the psychosocial thing for pain. Like it's not just physical, it's not just psychological, it's got something to do with social. So I can kind of plot out where this like little challenge has actually helped me in all three areas. Something to think about. A lot of people just think, oh, if my back hurts, it must be something physical, but often it's actually not. Like for example, if you're like really stressed out, a lot of people feel it in the upper back, and they quite obviously know that that's like stress. But for me, I feel it a lot in my lower back when I'm sort of stressed, and then this is kind of just made worse by exercise. Some people might be made better. For me, often made worse. Yeah, so biologically, I've had a rest. My body's more open. Things are probably healed. I've had a lot of movement to sort of grease me up, get me healing. Psychologically, that's all changed, as I've just said. And societally, that's what I'm talking about. Like society tells you need to like deadlift heavy, and like you can do whatever, your spine can do whatever, and you need to do this and this, and fascia training's for sissies or whatever. But like that's all gone now, because I've proved to myself that I actually don't need to lift any amount of weight to be anything. I can do other things. And yes, psychologically there's no like fear behind it. I know for me, big pain response for me is just being afraid of it. Like I would get back pain before deadlifting, because like my brain would like know it's coming, and then I'd end up in this loop of fear and pain. That's gone. So that's what just training fascia and not going to the gym has done for me for 30 days. And now I can tell you I'm really enjoying going to the gym, and my body feels good. I've no idea how much I'm lifting. I'm doing a lot of work with bands as well, so like I've literally no idea how much I'm lifting, but I'm having fun with it. I'm training with friends, it's good. So the fascia work I've been doing, I've been hanging on a bar a lot. I don't know why, just like a minute a day hanging on a bar. All the stuff on my channel, like my follow along videos, with that sort of stuff, just opening out my body, not so much static stretching, but a lot of sort of, well, if you would have watched some of my follow alongs, I'll put some footage up of what the movement sort of looked like. A lot of the hanging fascia release stuff. And yeah, I just love these movements, and they've given me, I've done a lot of isometric movements as well. I feel like they are a really nice, easy way of training your body without putting it through a load of chaos. And yeah, the science says it works for pain relief, and I can tell you now that, it's worked for me. So yeah, just thought I'd share with you a little bit. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Let me know where you're at. Do you think you're someone who you lift too much, and maybe lifting less can help your body, or maybe you don't lift at all and you actually need to lift some weights from time to time? It'd be good to hear your feedback. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.